What's up, guys? So, 2 days ago, I made a Facebook status saying that I was going to make a video about gay marriage and how I don't think it should happen. Um, just off the bat, let me clarify a few things here. I am gay, have been my whole life, knew it from the start, and I believe in love. Don't come to this video thinking that I'm here to hate or I'm here to bash or anything like that. It would make no sense, really. But so everybody's talking about gay marriage because, here in the state of Michigan, they just passed it and then stayed it, which means that the past doesn't count, so now it's banned again. But about 300 couples got married and they're legally recognized, which is good, good for them. But, lately I've been talking about it with a few people because it is a hot topic, and how I feel about it seems to take a lot of people back. So I figured, if it's a rare opinion, why not share it and see if anybody feels the same way? So I don't think gays should be able to marry for a few reasons. I'm not against finding somebody to spend your life with. That option should be open to anybody. Life is rough. It's rough stuff. No matter what class, race, age, gender you are, life is not always easy. It's actually hard, and they tell us that. But finding somebody to go through all the hard things with, that's just like a right. Humans are social creatures. We demand attention from people. Being lonely doesn't ever work out for us. So to have somebody to share your life with, all your experiences, all your joys, all the pains, all the hurts, all the wants, it's a great privilege. And that's probably another reason why everyone's so quick to get married nowadays, which is, a little bit of what I want to talk about too. Um, so that being said, I'm not opposed to love. I just think that in the current world we live in, there are a lot of really deep set roots and traditions, and I'm going to say the B word. The Bible says that marriage is between a man and a woman, and I agree. Back in the day, gays weren't very common. They were taboo, and you know, they weren't involved in that. There was no marriage because you didn't want anybody to know you were gay. If you were, you kept it your whole life, which is like the worst thing ever. But so I think that as a deep set tradition, we shouldn't move in on it. I've talked to my parents about this. My parents are awesome people, totally accepting of me being gay, but my dad still has his own opinions about it. He thinks that gays are really trying to push some sort of like agenda on the world to convert everybody into being gay. I've heard that a few times. So, I mean, is that really what people think we're doing? If that's really what they think we're doing, why would we push on another tradition that they have? I'm all for us being treated as equal people. I mean, we are treated equally. There's some discrimination out there, but compared to what it used to be like and what it is now, it's almost easy to be gay. I mean, there's still hard spots that a heterosexual person will never ever have to experience, but being gay is fine. I've had a pretty good time about it. Not in that way, but like no one's ever given me any trouble. And if you really think about it, gays only really want to get married because of the rights, the tax breaks, the health insurance, all the perks you get of being married legally. That's what they're really after. I don't know. I can't speak for everybody, but personally, I like the idea of being bound to somebody and having those rights, and the world legally recognizing that me and this person are bound, and we do everything together, all of our finances together, and we just work together. I like that. But I don't really care about the title of married, or I don't even like the way husband sounds. This is my husband. Like, no, that doesn't sound right to me. I don't like that. I'd rather say like, no, this is my partner. This is the person that I picked. This is my partner, my duo, my mirror image, my other half, the other person that I put with me to go through this together. That's what I would want to say. I don't. It sounds weird. This is my husband. I don't want to. Yeah. Anyway, so what I was thinking about gay marriage is that, I think we should have our own separate but still the same kind of ceremony. I would rather have like a partnering ceremony. I would rather make my boyfriend my partner in life than my husband. And if we did this and, call it something. I don't have all the hard details for you, really. It's just an idea I have about like being unioned or partnered. I like that. I like that word, partnered. So we're going to call it that, partnered. And I think if we did it that way, a lot of people wouldn't be so angry or against it, And for years and years, these people have been oppressing us, And why would you want to mimic, going in a church and having a pastor and bride side, groom side, like, being gay is like so much more than that, and you can do more than that. And I know people can have weddings any way they want. I mean, I was a product of two people who had a Halloween themed wedding, and everyone had to wear a costume. So I know that. It's just like the whole ceremony is designed for a man and woman. So why are we trying to replicate it when it's two women or two men? Why don't we make our own thing? Our own little, here are all my friends and family, and in front of God, I just want to say that I love you with all my heart, and I really just want us to be together, and I want us to go through life together and possibly start a family, and, go through the ups and downs, and just, maybe end up side by side in the ground one day, or something, I don't, I don't see, that part I'm for. I want us to get those rights. That's what I want. I want everyone to be able to say that. But I just don't think that marriage is the answer. And, to go on from earlier, what I was saying about rushing into things, I mean, I get why people do it, because I myself actually just got in my first relationship not too long ago, about a year and a half ago. And I got attached really quickly because, I wasn't lonely anymore. It sucks when you go to bed and nobody's there, and, nobody wants to be there. It hurts. On the inside, it fucking hurts. And so I get why people, as soon as they get a girlfriend or boyfriend, they just, I'm instantly like in love with you. Let's get married and have kids. We've only been dating for a month. Like I get it. I get why you do it, because, you're not lonely anymore. And you think that person, because they take away that hurt from being lonely, that they're the ones that deserve to marry you. And, marriage is a big deal. It's a big deal. It's a promise. And maybe I shouldn't be using, I should be using the word marriage, even though I'm talking about being partnered. That bond, that promise is in front of God and all your friends and family and everybody that's supposed to take your word at face value. That this is the person I'm going to be with. This is it. This is it. This is me and him, or me and her, and it's us against the world. I'm not going to look at anybody else. I'm not going to think about anybody else. I don't want anybody else. This is the person through all the ups and downs, the hardships and the trials and the times I want to kill you, but then we just make up and we love each other twice as much. Like that person, that's what that bond means. And when you get to know somebody, or you think you know somebody in 3 or 4 months, like you don't know that person, because you both have many experiences yet to, especially because we're young. Like I'm 21. I don't know what I want to do with my life yet. I'm still not sure. I think about it every day and things that I enjoy to do and how I'm going to make a living off of it in this really cold, nasty world. My opinions have changed. They change all the time because of new knowledge that I get, and I process and I think about things, and, I'm growing up and I just see things happening and they just change my mind. Like I am a different person than I was 6 months ago, and in 6 months I'm probably going to be a different person than I am now, with the same base, So how can somebody say they want to marry me if they only know me for a year? That's twice that I've changed. Twice that you have to adapt and realize that this is the person that I am now. Do you still love me? All right, then let's continue. No? Well, then let's break up, because why the hell would we continue to go on? And do you know why the divorce rate is so high? Because you get married and you haven't even known that person for a year, and year 2 rolls around and now they're a third time different person. Just saying that they change every 6 months, that's not a thing. I'm just saying, example. Third time that they've changed, and now you really don't like this person. You don't like who they are. You look at them a little differently. But shit, you're legally bound. Now you have to go through divorce, pay shit tons of money, get lawyers out the ass. You have to, breed bad feelings because you're telling this person that you no longer want to spend your life with them, and that's no fun for anybody. Like, hey, we tried, but you weren't good enough. Let's be friends. Like, that's not how that works. Like, and I hope that in the end that a man and a wife who are divorced, or anybody who's divorced, that matter, can make up, because literally being mad at each other is not gonna do anything. But different subject. You know what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, people are so quick to do it, and it's so not okay. It's not okay. It's not. And gays are like, boyfriend's 2 weeks in, it's really hard to find somebody when you're gay that you like. People are picky. We have high standards set because every gay person has to have a six pack and be tall and straight for everyone to like them. Like, it's hard, And so when you get that one person and you've been dating for 2 months, in gay time, that's a lot. It's not a lot, but it's longer than an average person's 2 months, if you will. 2 months that you've actually found somebody that understands you being gay, that understands why you look at men instead of women, that understands how you feel about things that are mixed a little male and female, and it's weird, and they just get you, and you can hug it out at the end of the day and cuddle up, and I get why they get attached. I do, because I was, but so my whole point of that is the divorce rate for gay marriage is going to be high as hell. It's going to be high. Gays are promiscuous. They are straight up promiscuous. Please don't tell. Okay, well, I'm going to stop it there because I feel like I was rambling, and I'm nobody to judge anybody for what they're doing. But in conclusion, this all started because I was talking with my boyfriend about gay marriage, and we both just agreed that, I don't want a wedding. It's not a gay thing. That's a straight thing. Hetero thing. I'd rather have just my friends and family there, dressed however they would feel like, comfortable, having a good time. If you're there, you're obviously happy that I found somebody to spend my life with, and if you're not, well, then you're not. So that's all I wanted to say, guys. I hope nobody developed any bad feelings or bad blood for me for saying I don't believe in gay marriage, because I don't believe in gay marriage. I don't. But I believe in love. So, all right. You guys have a blessed day, and see you whenever.